All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the Green Bay Packers, folks. It doesn't get much better than this. The last 2 weeks, the last two Packers games, Jordan Love has genuinely looked phenomenal. He looks like the real deal. We're seeing the talent. We're seeing the coaching. We're seeing guys like Christian Watson, the weapons that we have so much potential, so much hope for. Everything feels like it's finally starting to come together. Keep in mind, Thanksgiving Day against the Detroit Lions, 8-2, one of the best teams in the National Football League. That's a big stage. That's a huge stage. Now, they play the Chiefs at home 1 week from now, Sunday Night Football. That's also a big stage, but one could argue Thanksgiving Day, I mean, every family I know sits back, watches football on Thanksgiving. Now, I come from a family that a lot of people are born and raised from Detroit, so I've got a lot of family members who are Detroit Lions fans, so maybe it runs in my family, but I think I speak for a lot of people here. Thanksgiving Day, that's a big-ass game. And Jordan Love looked phenomenal. Not only were the Packers better than the Detroit Lions, obviously they won 29-22, but Matt LaFleur outcoached Dan Campbell. Now, none of this is a knock on the Detroit Lions because they are still going to have a good season and they still have a very bright future. But as a Green Bay Packer fan, 20-6 after the first quarter on the road against a legitimate Super Bowl contender in the Detroit Lions. I mean, it really doesn't get much better than that. All right, so before we get any further into today's video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Packers fans, if we could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So, you know, we saw plenty of flashes of Jordan Love being a legitimate talent. You know, we saw it last season against Philadelphia. There were plenty of flashes like week 1. I was at that game at Soldier Field against the Chicago Bears where they just completely dominated and embarrassed Chicago in the first game post Aaron Rodgers era. We know that Jordan Love has talent, but what we're starting to see right now is consistency. And we have to keep in mind that this team, both offensively and defensively, now sitting at 5-6 with legitimate playoff hopes, they're so banged up. Now, I don't want to use that as an excuse, but I do think that context matters. Like Aaron Jones, it feels like he's been injured ever since week 1. He has been injured ever since week 1 where he got injured. But Jordan's doing this with banged up offensive linemen, banged up receivers, no Luke Musgrave, no Aaron Jones. I mean, he's missing pieces, but they're winning despite all of that. 22 of 32, 268 yards, 3 touchdowns, and more importantly, 0 interceptions. In general, Jordan Love has had a really solid, I know it's not his rookie season, but his first year as an NFL starter. 60.5 completion percent. He's got 2,600 total yards. He's thrown for about 236 yards per game, 19 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. I mean, that Chargers game and that Lions game, the dude looks like the real deal. And you see the raw talent. You know, he reminds me actually so much of Aaron Rodgers, like just like his mannerisms, you know, like the sidearm throws, just kind of the swagger and the poise. He's got that cool Cali swag to him, just like Aaron Rodgers did. We're seeing the raw talent, but it's just coming together. And like we said, the Packers sitting here at 5-6. With Minnesota, an easy-esque second half of the season. After the Kansas City game, you've got the Giants, the Buccaneers, the Panthers, the Vikings, and the Bears. I would not be surprised, folks, if the Green Bay Packers finished the season 9-8, kind of like what we were predicting before this season began. One big thing that I absolutely love are these young guys, especially against that game against Detroit. Christian Watson. You know, we needed Christian Watson to get back to the Christian Watson that we know and love, that we saw so many flashes of in his rookie season last year. Starts off the game with a 53-yard bomb. He finished the game 5 catches, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Then we got rookies. Tucker Kraft was hit with his first NFL touchdown, and we saw Jayden Reed, 4 catches, 34 yards, and a touchdown. Also a couple of rushes. He had that 15-yard rush. Jayden Reed, I mean, these young guys are the real deal. And they're turning their rookies into veteran players. You know, I feel like I really heard this with Kansas City. I forget, I think it was their safety, Justin Reed, who said this last season. You know, you're not a rookie by the end of your rookie season. You're not necessarily a veteran, but you're no longer a rookie. And so the second half, you're going to start to see these guys, Christian Watson, Malik Heath, Ole Miss, 4 catches, 46 yards. He had his first career NFL catch the week before against the Chargers. You're going to start to see a lot more consistency, not only with Jordan Love, but with guys like Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, Tucker Kraft getting that first touchdown with Luke Musgrave out. But let's talk about this defense, because this defense is hungry, man. They caused 3 fumbles to Jared Goff. Jonathan Owens, you heard his name all freaking day. He finished the day with 12 tackles, and then that, most importantly, making the heads-up, high IQ football play, picking up that ball and running it to the house when nobody else on that field thought it was a fumble. Jonathan Owens was all over the place. Corey Ballantyne, all over the place. But Rashawn Gary stole the show defensively with 2 forced fumbles and 3 sacks in general on the day. Man, I love some of these young players they have. Keep in mind, no Jair Alexander this past week or this past Thursday against the Detroit Lions. Guys like Rashawn Gary and Quay Walker, I mean, these are stars in the NFL, man. I think Quay Walker's just a freaking stud. I think Rashawn Gary, obviously, when he's healthy, is a freaking stud. This Packers defense, even though they are so banged up, what they have, like 19 players on the injury report, guys are just stepping up and making plays. And I'm loving these defensive backs. Owens, Ballantyne. I still love my man Jair Alexander. Keyshawn Nixon. Lucas Van Ness, the rookie. He's had a very solid rookie season. There's a lot to be excited about, not only with the current present state of the Packers defense, but the future in general, man. There's a lot of bodies on that defense that are just making plays. Kenny Clark, one of the most underrated, under-respected defensive players in the entire National Football League. And obviously, I'm fully biased here because I'm a cheesehead, but you get what I'm saying here. We knew heading into this season, and this is why I think the lowest amount of wins the Packers would get, regardless of how Jordan Love looked, was 6. Because that defense is, maybe it's not, elite level defense, but they've got so much talent all over. So this upcoming Sunday night at home against the Kansas City Chiefs is going to tell us a lot about Jordan Love. But Jordan Love, nonetheless, we said it all season. We said it the first 2 months of the season. We said it all off season. Let's see where we're at in Thanksgiving. And these past 2 weeks, Jordan Love, keep in mind, 322 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions against the Chargers, then follows it up with a 3 touchdown, 0 interception performance against the 8-2 Detroit Lions. He's looking like the real deal. And regardless if the Packers win 6 games, 7 games, 8 games, 9 games, if they don't lose a game for the rest of the regular season, honestly, none of that even matters to me, because all I wanted to know before this season was, is Jordan Love my guy? Is Jordan Love my guy? The Green Bay Packers, when we had Aaron Rodgers in his rookie season, they went 6-10. So we want to be patient, but trust your eyes. Trust your instincts. And I'll tell you what my eyes are saying. My eyes are saying, and my gut is saying, Jordan Love's the real deal. Is he going to be a Patrick Mahomes? I mean, who knows? That's Patrick Mahomes, best QB in the league right now. People like to compare. People like to just, kind of, I don't even really have a good way to describe what I'm trying to get at here, but you get what I'm saying. People like to judge very prematurely, especially with young quarterbacks. And Jordan Love, the patience has been paying off. And I think we're only going to see improvements for the rest of the second half. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Packers fans, NFL fans, let me know what you are thinking about Jordan Love down below. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.